Namaste and good evening. Good morning, everybody. I am Michael Bork, and I am a certified laughter yoga leader. And yes, I assure you that is a real thing. I am here to talk to you today about the three basic ideals or foundational beliefs of laughter yoga, which is in our title, Health, Happiness, and World Peace Through Laughter. As a laughter yoga instructor or leader, my goal is to spread the laughter yoga message. And I know there's a few people out in the audience that have heard of laughter yoga or may have even experienced laughter yoga. But today you're going to get a chance to learn a little bit about the history of laughter yoga, a little bit about the traditions and why we do what we do in the practice of laughter yoga. And then you all are going to have a chance to experience laughter yoga for yourself. So part of my talk is going to be explanation. Part of my talk is going to be getting you guys involved in the laughter yoga message. So I guess the first question is, what is laughter yoga? And laughter yoga is really two separate things that we combine together. The first part is laughter. And with that, what we're going to be doing is non-humor-based, mirthful laughter. What that means is I'm not going to be up here telling you a joke and telling you to laugh because of that. The non-humor based part is no joking. All I'm going to be asking you to do is pretend. Play a game with me while we laugh. So that's non-humor based mirthful laughter. Mirthful laughter means we're laughing just for the reason of laughter, just for the sake of laughter. We're laughing just to laugh. The yoga part of laughter yoga is yogic breathing. And what that means is we're doing in yoga what's called pranayama yoga, yogic breathing. We're trying to exhale twice as much as we inhale in our lungs. Why? Because all of us, every single one of you out there, every person on this planet, for the most part, are lazy breathers. We do not exercise our diaphragms enough. We do not do enough good, active, mindful breathing. And so we have 30 to 40% of the air in our lungs is stale. What does that mean? That means that we have 30 to 40% of our lungs that are not being used to their best capacity. So in laughter yoga, remember, mirthful yogic breathing part of it, we're trying to push out all of that stale air. And then by breathing in a good yogic mindful way, we're going to replace all that stale air with fresh air. That fresh air has oxygen. That fresh oxygen is going to give you a mood boost and an energy boost. So I'm so happy to be here to open up this TEDxFairbanks talk, because by the time you get out of here at this very first session, you're going to be happier, you're going to have more energy, and you're going to have at least a little bit of an appreciation of this crazy, crazy thing called laughter yoga. So a few things about what laughter yoga is and how it got started. Back in 1995, a doctor in India named Dr. Madan Kataria developed the practice of laughter yoga. In yogic tradition, it's called Hasya Yoga, and it combines, like I said, the laughter, the mirthful laughter, and the yogic breathing, and the combination is what we call this experience called laughter yoga. He did this because he was noticing that no matter how many times people were eating well, exercising, living a good life, they were still getting sick. And he theorized that one of the reasons behind it was people weren't happy enough. People weren't laughing enough. People weren't experiencing the childlike sense of play and joy that we have when we experience laughter. So he developed, along with his wife, Madhuri Kataria, this practice of laughter yoga. What we do is we engage in essentially 4 different phases. We do some clapping in a laughter yoga session. Then we move on to laughter yoga exercises. These are the laughing exercises along with deep breathing. Then we'll actually do some laughter meditation, and that is actually what I opened up this session with. Just mirthful, natural laughter is called laughter meditation. So the first thing that I want to do is go and talk about health in the 3. So we're talking about health, happiness, and world peace. So health. When we engage in laughter yoga, there's a few great and amazing things that happen to our body. When we laugh, whether it's real laughter or not, or what we call exercise laughter, this kind of laughter. Now, when I opened the session, right away I heard a few people laughing out there because laughter is contagious, and everybody can understand that laughter is contagious. And when I laughed, you guys were responding to that with laughter. As soon as you started doing that, your body started releasing endorphins. Your body recognized that you were engaged in laughter activity, and it immediately started releasing endorphins. And for all of you that aren't familiar, endorphins are those feel-good chemicals that athletes experience. You get the runner's high. That's from those endorphins. So right away, just from the act of just fake laughter, just that little bit that you did, your body already started releasing those endorphins. The other thing that happens when we laugh is our body secretes acetic acid. And acetic acid is a vasodilator. It causes our blood vessels to open up. And what does that do? That causes our blood pressure to drop. So that's the second part of the good health. We're getting endorphins into our body. We're lowering our blood pressure. We already talked about getting more oxygen to our lungs and increasing our lung capacity just through the simple act of mirthful laughter and breathing. So all of these things combine. And then in addition to that, while we are engaging in this laughter, we're exercising. We won't get a chance to experience much of it here because we don't have the time. But when you engage in 30 to 40 minutes of a laughter yoga exercise, you will be sweating. You're getting a cardiovascular workout. You're getting an aerobic workout. And you're exercising your diaphragm and core muscles, but you're all doing it in a non-impactful way. So that's the good health. It's a healthy thing that you do when we engage in laughter yoga. The happiness part, that's actually two parts, happiness and joy. And there's a difference between the two. We say that happiness is conditional. Something has to happen to you for you to be happy or unhappy, or you have to choose to be happy or unhappy. What we're going for in laughter yoga is joy, which we define as unconditional happiness. Happiness just for the sake of being happy. So what we hope is that when you leave here, you're going to be happier just from this little bit of laughter yoga that you're going to engage in. You're going to be happier. We hope that if you come back and you do laughter yoga as a regular thing, that you start being happy just for the sake of being happy, which is being joyful. And then the third part, world peace through laughter, is to me one of the most profound parts of Dr. Katari's belief and why I do laughter yoga. And that is very simple. When we are engaged in the act of laughter, when we are making eye contact and socially engaged with people, in this act of laughter, not even, again, having to be true humor-based, just this exercise laughter. While that's going on, we cannot be at war. We cannot be arguing. We can't be fighting with each other. And so if we were to all engage in laughter on a regular basis, we truly could create world peace through laughter. So Dr. Katari's belief in health, happiness, and world peace through laughter are the three basic foundations. But the first thing before we can engage in laughter yoga is I need everybody to learn how to clap. So if you noticed, I opened up the laughter yoga session and I said namaste. And what namaste means in yoga is the spirit within me honors the spirit within you. And we bring it together in a show of respect and greeting, and we say namaste. So if everybody would join me and say namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Now, in laughter yoga, we have an alternate, and I like to use it. We say that the funny bone in me tickles the funny bone in you. We bring it together in a gesture of respect, and we say hamaste. So hamaste as well, everybody. Now the reason that I teach you this gesture right here is this is how we're going to clap. So this is called Namaste Flapping. And so what I need everybody to do is just bring their hands together, just like that. Very good. All right, now go ahead and stop. Just from that little bit of clapping like that, your fingers and hands should be tingling just slightly. What you've done is immediately you've already started getting some benefits physically because you've activated acupressure points. And that tingling that you feel is your circulation being stimulated through just the simple act of clapping. Now, if we were to just continue doing this, that tingling would travel to your arms and your elbows and all over your body eventually. But just clapping like this in a group is really boring. So I'm going to teach you the proper laughter yoga pattern for laughing while we clap, and it's called ho ho ha ha ha. Everybody say that with me. Ho ho ha ha ha. Exactly. Now, you notice I didn't say ho ho ha ha ha. I didn't do that. I said ho ho ha ha ha. And everybody put your hand right on your diaphragm or where you think your diaphragm is. And every time you say that, you should be able to feel your diaphragm bounce. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. All right, so that is the type of laughter that we do. We do full belly laughter, trying to engage that diaphragm and core. Now, we're going to bring the two of those together, the clapping and the ho, ho, ha, 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 and it looks like this. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. All right, everybody got it? All right, we're going to do that, and we're just going to follow along with me. This is a clapping warm-up exercise, and we're going to start out at a slow pace, and we're just going to get a little bit faster and faster. This is a good warm-up. So everybody, shake your arms out first. Shake your arms out. Go, ah, ha, ha, ha. All right, everybody ready? Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 Very good job. All right. Now, I didn't teach you the last part of the clapping, which is very, very important. Now, you're just from that little bit of clapping, you should already feel a little jazzed up, a little heart rate up. But I didn't teach you our childlike show of exuberance. And what that is we're trying to re-engage our childlike sense of play with laughter yoga. So what I want you to do now is engage with me in 3 ho-ho ha-ha-has. And then at the end, you're going to throw your hands up in the air and yell, yay! All right? So just because that can be a little scary, here's what it looks like. It goes, ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Yay! All right, you guys ready for that? Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Yay! You guys are awesome. Now, the other fun part about doing that ho, ho, ha, ha, ha clapping 3 times is that's a good way for me to signal that we're going to end one exercise and move on to another. So we're going to do our first laughter exercise, and it's called cocktail. So I need everybody to hold 2 glasses in your hand. You imagine that you've got 1 glass. It's filled with a tasty beverage. It could be non-alcoholic for those of you underage. Whatever other kind of tasty beverage you want for those of age. And 1 glass is full, 1 glass is not full, all right? So we're going to pour from 1 glass to the other, and we're going to make a transition sound. And the transition sound sounds like this. It goes, eh. All right, everybody practice that with me. Eh. All right, so very good. You guys are experts at this. I don't even know why I'm on the stage. We're going to go, eh. And then we're going to pour it back. We got to make sure it's properly aerated. Eh. And then we're going to kick it back and go, ah! All right, is everybody ready? So we pour, and then we kick it back, all right? So, everybody ready? And, ah! And, ah! And, ah! Ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Yay! Excellent. I did not want to leave you without doing a deep breathing exercise. So we're going to do a seated deep breathe. This one is called the mountain deep breathe, and it's based on one of the yogic poses called the mountain pose. We're going to make the Namaste sign. And as we breathe in through our nose, and we're going to hold it for a couple of seconds to allow for maximum oxygen exchange. And then we're going to exhale, but we're not going to exhale and just go. We're going to exhale and we're going to laugh. We're going to go. All right. So everybody ready? Make the Namaste sign. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight, shoulders nice and straight, and we're going to breathe in. Bring our hands up over our heads. Breathe in. Hold it, and come out front. Good job. Now with laughter yoga, remember I said we're trying to exhale twice as much as we're inhaling. And so we want you to laugh just a little bit past where you feel comfortable. We don't want you to run out of air and pass out, because laughter shouldn't hurt, right? So we're going to do one more exercise, and then I'm going to leave you for the day. I do have some flyers if you want more information out front, because there's not nearly enough time to cover everything that there is to know about laughter yoga in a short TEDx presentation. But this next one, I always like to try and teach you a fun and silly game that you can take back, and when you say, I just did a TEDx talk about laughter yoga, before people call the institution or the men in white jackets, you say, no, watch Watch this, I'm going to show you. So the next exercise is called Magic Trick. So what I want everybody to do is put your 2 fingers out in front of you. Now you have to pay very close attention, folks, because this is highly technical. I'm usually only teaching this to people with at least 6 months of laughter yoga experience. We're going to make the transition sound and bring our fingers together. We're going to go, and, all right, 2 for 1.
Fuck.
Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Namaste, hamaste. That is my time. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.